Oh, this patch. Oh, God. Oh, guys. Welcome to a hero building guide. Welcome to a patch note review video. I'm Sylphin. I can't speak because I've just my head's exploded. This is part 2. Previous video for 40 freaking minutes we talked about the cards. Now let's talk about the heroes because this is absolutely insane. Heroes are now unlocked through daily logins. If you're an existing player, you will not be affected. I've been playing Paragon for so long that I forgot that new accounts don't have access to all heroes. So instead of their account leveling up and hero leveling up, and then they unlock heroes, now they unlock heroes through daily login. So it's not based on how long they play for, like how many games and their account levels and stuff. They'll now be unlocked through daily logins. Not sure if that if that gets to the point of unlocking new heroes. You should unlock more difficult, more complicated heroes because you gain more experience, not because you simply log in for more consecutive days. Do you know what I mean? Logging in through more consecutive days is not a direct correlation of your in-game experience. It should be how many games you play and the experience you gain from that unlocks heroes. So I liked how it was before. I don't know the reason, so I'm not going to judge this. I'm just saying that's my speculation. I don't know the other reasons. I'm not going to go onto Reddit and flame this because I just don't know, right? I just don't know. So I'm just going to say that's my thoughts. I'm assuming, I'm going to hope, they're the professionals. They know what's going on, so I'm going to trust them and say that's the right way to go, I guess. I'm just confused about that. Aurora. Oh, she got the hammer. Base health reduced to 506 from 550. So she's a little bit less of a fighter. She's a little bit less than a fighter. Health per level gain reduced from 68 from 74. So she's a little bit even less than a fighter. So a little bit less than a fighter. Obviously much more than an assassin. Frozen sword. So card scaling reduced from 0.5 from 0.6. So a little bit less. Base damage reduced to 58 from 59, just a little bit. Base damage per level reduced to 1 from 1.5. So that is her basic attack. Her basic attack here has just been teeny bit reduced. And that is due to, from my review of her when she first came out, the math said that her basic attack was actually really good. Her basic attack was really good. It was much better than a lot of other fighters. This, we're gonna have to run the math and exactly see how that changes things. Now, Glacial Charge cooldown increased to 22 2018-16 from 2018-16-14. So 2-second increase across the board. Yep, I like that. This reduces her mobility a little bit more, and you know what? I think that was needed. I think she was too powerful, and she could get away too often. And I think this is going to help. Hoarfrost. Duration of effect reduced to 4 seconds from 4.55, 5.5, and 6. Yes, good. I like that. Good. Okay. I like that. Again, I'm not a competitive design analyst. Like, I don't have those insights, but I think there's 4 seconds is punishing enough in the early game and late game. So I'd like that. Root duration reduced to 0.75 to 1.25, 1.5 seconds from 2 seconds at all levels. Ooh. So in the early game, it's even less punishing. Yes, because she was very strong in the early game. I like that. And then in the late game, it scales up to being very effective, which because of the reduced duration and because it's so dangerous in the late game, I like that. Good. I like that. Mana cost increased to 60, 65, 70, 75 from, okay, good. Yes, because that's a damn good ability, baby. That's a damn good ability. And there's gotta be a cost to it. I like that. Kairos Eisen The base damage reduced to 160, 200, 240 from 180. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, good. Now varies. Now deals varying shatter damage based on whether the shattering unit is a hero or not. Oh, good. Hero shatter damage increased to 56, 86, 116 from 40, 62. Oh, wow. Okay, so in a team fight, she's much more specific. She's much more meant for that. Non-hero shattered based damage reduced to 28, 43, 58. Okay, good. Yeah, so okay, good. Good. Non-hero card scaling reduced to 0.1 from 0.2. Okay, good. So the point of Aurora is a anti-team fight hero. She's an anti-team fight hero. If you choose to group up and push as a team, she's gonna punish you. She's going to punish you. But now she's a little bit more of the team fight. So no matter where you are in the map, she's going to be dealing a little bit more damage, quite a bit more damage, if you get all 5 of the heroes with no minions. But if you do get the minions in there, it's not that bad, I think. So it's more important to catch the heroes in her ultimate than the minions now. And you know what? That hones her in on what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be an anti-team fight hero. So there's an Aurora on the enemy team. Split push. Get global ultimates so you can pull her away from the team fight and then teleport to where the actual team fight is and then gain, don't team fight. Yeah, there's an Aurora on the enemy team. Just don't. Stop it. Pick her off when she's trying to rotate and then team fight. Don't team fight with her. Well, with her, yes, team fight, but against her, just stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Cool. Awesome changes. Hones her in hones her in more, and I really like it. I really like it. All right, crunch. Punch. Attack speed gain per level increased to 2 from 1.4. Oh. Base damage gain per level reduced to 0.8 from 1. Base damage gain per level. Okay, so his basic attack scales a little bit, or levels up a little bit less as you go. I'm assuming punch is that. Yeah, punch. That's his basic attack. Increased basic attack speed. Ooh. Okay. So attack speed on crunch is probably one of the last things you need or you want besides crit, simply because he's just ability damage. You use animation canceling as your attack speed. So that's okay. I like okay. He's really powerful, guys. If you like, I think he deals the most damage out of anybody. If you let him use 3 of his abilities, I think he does the most damage out of every single hero, including Countess. I'm pretty sure about that. He's nasty. He's messed up. He's completely messed up. If you let him do his thing, he's dumb. Ugh. So, okay. I have no insight on that. I can't think of anything. Feng Mao, sweep. Attack speed gain per level increased to 1.5 from 1.26. Oh, sweep. Oh, that's a basic attack. Whoa, we gotta do math videos, baby. Holy smokes. They've really changed this stuff. Wow. Okay, so a little bit more of a basic attack focus then on Feng Mao. I mean, that's barely a tiny little wee change. Earth Shadow, base damage reduced to 260, 350, 450 from, okay, so a little bit reduced. Okay, card scaling increased to 1 from 0.8. Okay, that's probably to take that into account. So it's probably about the same thing, but you can choose now to go a little bit more bursty on Feng Mao, and that'll be a little bit better. Plus, that'll help because you get more basic attack speed per level, which is a little bit. So maybe a little bit more power, maybe a little bit more bursty caster Feng Mao is going to be a little bit better, just because you're going to get a little bit more attack speed per level. So okay, cool change for Feng Mao. And the fail, one thing, cooldown reduced to 5 seconds from 6 seconds. Harvest Nettles. I think that's her long range poke ability, so even more poke as a support. That's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. No real insight on there. I can't really think of the overall huge reason for why. But again, I don't play the game as much, and I'm not a competitive design analyst. Gadget, Speed Gate. Ooh, she's absolutely really powerful right now. So we're going to see here. Speed Gate. Movement speed increased to 125 at all levels from 35, 50, 160, 80. Holy smokes, really? Duration reduced to 1 second. Oh. Cooldown adjusted to 22, 18, 14, 10 from 22. Oh, so you can use it a little bit more often. It's only in the late game, though. In the early game, it's going to be the same. So the duration reduced. So you really got to nail that placement of it and place it almost on a hero. And then you get much more movement speed. So that makes her more viable in the early game. She's punished fairly. I place her second for mobility in the early game, besides Bellica. Bellica is probably the worst. In the like just safety in the mid lane, but this is going to help Gadget. 125. That's a huge boost from 35 there in the early game, and in the late game, it's still a sizable increase. So that's nice, and you can use it more often in the late game too. Tesla Dome cooldown increased to 110, 95 to 80. Okay, so I like that. It's a damn reliable ability that deals a lot of damage. Base damage dealt over total duration increased to 375, 575, 775 from 350. Okay, so about just under a 10% increase. Just under a 10% increase. A little over a 5% increase in damage, but damage application has been reworked. I knew about this, and I think it's very smart. Damage now scales over time, starting off smaller and ramping higher. Damage increases by 75% for each tick. The final tick hits very hard. Damage from Tesla Dome now applies a micro slow. Whoa, I didn't notice that before. Really? A micro slow. I wish they gave a little bit more detail from that. Hopefully it's not too much because, okay, interesting. So this is because it was too easy for Gadget to go seek and destroy in a perfect spot, Tesla Dome, mine, and then somebody's dead. Because the first few ticks of the Tesla Dome just did way too much damage. It was way too easy, and I noticed that, and obviously they did as well. This makes it a little more focused for what it's supposed to be. A team fight option, with good crowd control, applied on the enemy, or a smartly placed Tesla Dome, where that you place it in an area that the enemy team has to go through, because if they want to not die, then they have to go through there. I'd like it more focused on being a team fight ability, which it is. It's an ultimate. It's kind of team fight ability for a team fight caster. Love it. That's great. That is awesome. Grim. Oh, go. Oh, come on. Grim. Mana gain per level increased. Mana gain per level increased to 33.6 from 28.8. Ooh, that's okay. That's good. Yes, because he is a little bit more increased in mana. Great. So as we can see here, this heroes are starting to diverge from their role norms. All fighters have 30 and a half basic armor, and level 15 or 32 or whatever, and heroes are starting to diverge from that norms with their base kit, their base stats. I like that, because each hero needs to be tweaked just a little bit in order to really help them out in doing their stuff. Pulse Cannon. Card scaling increased to 0.92 from 8.5. He's already a hyper carry. I'm gonna say he's definitely a hyper carry now. He's only a little bit less DPS from Sparrow in the late game. Now he's definitely a hyper carry. He's absolutely definitely a hyper carry. Suppression mode slow now has a 0.8 second duration. Ooh. What's it down from? I can't find how long it was, but I don't think it was that long. I don't think it was 0.8 second long. I think that might be a buff. I think that's a buff to his suppression mode, which, I think that's good. I'm trying to think. I think that's a buff. I think that's a buff. That's definitely a buff. That's going to help him definitely using that suppression mode. In the early game, it hurts him, but this is going to help. This is going to stack more for the late game, which I didn't really find he had mana problems, but you could run out of it. So I do like that. Pulse Cannon, his basic attack, baby. He's absolutely hyper carry now. He basically was already. People really just didn't know about him. But he's hyper carry. So that's exciting new math for him as well. Awesome. Grux. Grux is pretty strong right now. So double pain. Card scaling reduced from 0.6 to 0.7. Okay. And card scaling reduced to 0.3 from 0.4. Yeah, he really had a good burst. It was almost like double painting on a Grux and then getting a few basic attacks in, and then smashing, grabbing again, and then into some more basic attacks, and then into another double pain. It was kind of a little bit too. Was it a little bit too reliable? I don't know, but that seems like a good change. Little bit of balance, especially in the late in the higher tiers, in the higher competitive tiers. Grux he's pretty good. So that's probably a little tweak that he needed. Howitzer, he's super meta, so probably a nerf. Landmine, base damage reduced to 60, 100, 140, 180 from. Oh, good. Yeah, so he had really easy time landing it. He does have a pretty easy time landing it, and just that whole burst, the whole landmine into a torpedo, into some basic attacks was like, ugh, I'm just dead. Kinda. So card scaling reduced to 0.5. Okay, that's good. Duration reduced to 3 seconds from 5 seconds. So yeah, it doesn't stay out on the battlefield for so long now. It's a little bit more focused. So increasing the skill cap, you got to use it specifically, more purposefully, and I like that. Make it rain. Cooldown increased. Yeah, 105, 90, 75. Yes. I like that. Yeah, because it's also a escape mechanic. Plus, he has a fantastic ability like landmine to help him get away. I like that. Absolutely. He's a little too meta, so a little bit of a nerf, but also a focus in on what he is, and he's not a burst caster. So I like that, and I like this for sure. There you go. Awesome. Iggy and Scorch. Total rework? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Oil Slick. Movement speed increased to 100 at all levels from 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so that's a huge buff. That's huge. It's basically... It's way more than Gadget's Gadget's gate ever used to do. So that is significant. Flame Turret. Base damage increased to 300, 450. Oh, wow! Twice as much damage in the early game. Almost twice as much damage in the early mid game. Or in the late early game. 50% more damage in the late mid game. Yeah, that's huge. That is huge. Combine that with this, plus the little bit of a change where it's easier to land his oil. That is huge. Okay, you know what? I don't think he's as unviable as people think he is at the moment, but consider the cards that we are getting here in 38.3. Consider the cards. If you put in a few key cards on Iggy and Scorch, he's just gonna be unstoppable. Because you put in that card that absorbs an ability, and all of a sudden, he has a great movement speed boost right now, so he can get away. Plus, if you try to root him with a Kwang sword, the ability would just get absorbed by that one card, and you just run away. Right? You just run away. Amazing split push potential here with Iggy and Scorch, and much more viable in team fights as well, because that damage is now basically doubled in the early game and basically increased by 50% in the late game. Absolutely great to see. We're gonna have to see if that's enough here to bring him back into the meta. Kallari, Death Sentence. Cooldown reduced to 110, 190 from 110 at all levels. Cooldown reduced. Oh, so in the late game, okay, that's good. I like it. Kallari, that incentivizes her split push potential. That incentivizes her to be more out on the battlefield on other areas, and then ult in on stuff that incentivizes her, and that is her secret. Split push. Force the enemy to come and deal with you, and then ult in on the enemy elsewhere. Create a numbers advantage just from that. Like, it's incentivized more, and that is absolutely fantastic. Khaimera, again, he should be seeing a buff here. Ambush now grants 3 stacks of spirit regeneration on activation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, so that, okay, so he can jump in on somebody and have some spirit regeneration on activation. Call is your ultimate, now grants 6 stacks of spirit regeneration on activation. So ambush into 3 stacks into your ultimate, 6, so that's 9 stacks plus a Q. Boom, boom, boom. There's 14 stacks just like that. I think that helps him, and you know what? That is what that's what my gut has been saying on Khaimera for a while. Because time to kill is so short, he can't get his spirit regeneration stacks up fast enough to stay relevant. Because you built him a little bit more, well, you probably should be building him a little bit more tanky in the late game. Now he's going to have that spirit regeneration stacks sooner, so that when people actually start attacking him, because he's fairly bursty and should be coming out of the shadows, the spirit regeneration stacks are going to be there to really complement the tank that you should be building there in the late game. So you know what? That's absolutely fantastic. Love that. Love that. We're going to see here if that brings him back on the battlefield. Plus, with those cards on CC, Khaimera is going to be absolutely amazing. He's going to be with all of those amazing anti-CC cards on Khaimera, he's going to be unstoppable. He's going to be unstoppable. You just absorb spells. If you're stunned, if you take damage, get more health regeneration. Amazing. Amazing. He's definitely back here in today's meta. Absolutely for sure. Kwang, Light of the Heavens, cooldown reduced to 16, 14, 12, and 10 from 18, 16, 14, 12. So that Light of the Heavens is his right click, I do believe. That's Light of the Heavens, Fury of the Heavens, Sword of the Heavens. That's his armor and damage. So a little bit more armor. Okay. He is an assassin. I think he's meant to be an assassin. I'm pretty sure. So that just more damage, but also gains that shield as well, or the armor and stuff. Fury of the Heavens, cooldown adjusted to 85, 75, 65 from, so, okay. So a little bit less often, which is good. His ult is really strong. I don't like Shadow Scroll Kwang, and that's gonna kinda help. It's gonna kinda help. Okay. That's fair. Again, maybe he is easy to deal with there in the higher ELOs, so maybe that is fair. Muriel. Oh, baby, come on. My bae, Muriel. Serenity. Slow magnitude normalized to 200, 250, 300, 350 from normalized. So, a little bit more. So, okay. So, a little bit more in the early game. A little bit less in the late game. Sure. Okay. Reversal of Fortune. Rework. What? No longer stuns enemies and knocks them up in an area around Muriel. Okay. Now applies a 400 slow for 2 seconds. Whoa, really? That's huge. That is huge. Can no longer be cast while airborne. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Player camera will now correctly return to its normal rotation after, okay, so that's a little thing. Interesting, that's slow. Ooh. Okay. So now somebody can dive in on the enemy or a enemy. You use your ult on them, and they're slowed, so you can secure a kill, or helps them get away. And that's probably the bigger one. You're gonna ult in on somebody when they're dying, a lot of the time. So that's gonna help them get away. So I like that. Okay. The stun and knockup was nice. But again, with all the CC, maybe that is smart. So I like that. Rampage, boulder throw, reworked. Now times out as if the rock is held for more than 5 seconds. Okay. If Rampage manually cancels or times out the rock, he pays the mana cost, but the cooldown is not consumed. Okay. Throwing the rock consumes mana and cooldown is normal. Stun duration reduced to 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, and 2 from 2 at all levels. Now stuns minions for the same duration as heroes. Okay, there you go. So in that early game, yes, it's going to incentivize you to, it's going to help people with farming, making it a little bit less punishing. I like that. At level 2, at level 1, I don't think you're supposed to be able to just stun somebody and get a guaranteed kill in the safe lane. Like, okay, I like that. I love this. I love this. The whole point of him, the animation of him picking up, is because of how powerful it is. It's still powerful. 1.4 seconds, that's a long time. It's /2 seconds. The whole point of that huge animation is because to give you the tell that he's going to throw this very important ability. But if he can just toss it down and have no, repercussion of picking it up, then that kind of makes the whole point of it, the tell being there. So this, I love it. That's great. Fantastic. Love it. Love it. Fantastic. I like it. Like it. Riktor, oh my man. Baby. Oh, come on. Mana gain per level increased to 45 from 35. That's good. Yes, good. Riplash. His pull range increased to 15 to 25 at all levels. Yeah, baby! Boom! Oh, yes! She's gonna be badass. Oh, yes. Yes. Riktor's support in the early game is going to be horrifying. Oh, so good. So good. Oh. Guys, with these card updates, he's back. He's back. He's absolutely back. You land that pull, the enemy's dead. You land that pull, the enemy's dead. Again, if they don't have the ability absorb card, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead. It's basically a this hero is dead ability. That's what it is. Never mind the 2 other abilities he has to keep them in place and silence and stuff. Like, Riktor is a this person is dead hero. Like, amazing. Serath, Angelic Smite. Base damage increased to 58 from 55. Okay. Base damage gain per level increased to 1.8 from 1.6. Angelic Smite. That's her basic attack. Really? Uh-oh. I think she's a hyper carry too. Uh-oh. Well, melee heroes should basically be a hyper carry because they're melee, so you gotta kind of make up for it. That's scary. Attack speed gain from... Oh, she's terrifying. Base health increased to 522 from health gain per level increased. Basic armor gain per increased. Oh, she's terrifying. Oh, Serath. Oh, no. Oh, Serath, you just became an absolute demon. I get it. Get it. Get it. This is absolutely terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. That is terrifying. Serath. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shinbi, all kill. Base wolf damage increased. Good. Good, good, good. Yes. Yes. Good. I did feel like sometimes when I used her ultimate, I should have gotten the kill. Like, I committed to it, I did everything right, but I just didn't get the kill. And you know what? I think that's good. I think that's good and a little bit good. Good. I think that's all she really needed. That's great. Love it. Sparrow, piercing shot. Card scaling reduced to 0.75 from 1. Yes, I agree. Okay. Okay. Base damage reduced. Okay. Cooldown increased. Okay. You don't really use it all that often, so okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think it was maybe a little too reliable, and that's fair. That's fair. Inner fire cooldown to 185.70 from, oh yes, good. Yes, her ult is just scary, so that's really, really powerful. Bulwark, no longer steal, occasionally blocks the pull of, yeah, that shouldn't happen. Force shield builds and becomes active 0.5 seconds faster. That's good. Good, good, good. That's very fair. That's very, very fair. I think, all of the times I wanted to put it down, and I felt like I wasn't, all the times I wanted to pull it down and slow somebody or just have it active a little sooner, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah, absolutely. Twinblast, oh my goodness, he's gonna be absolutely crazy in today's meta with that Oh, with the card. Oh, that one card that gives you increased basic attack damage every 1.5 seconds on ability usage. Grenade, a base damage increase to 50, 80, 110 from 140. Okay, so in the late game, it's a little bit more viable. Okay. Card scaling increased. Again, a little bit more viable. Projectile speed increased to 6,000 from 3,000. Holy crap! He's an MLB! Just zoom! There's a grenade. Okay. Okay, so that's making it more reliable. I like that. I like that. Yeah, a little bit more reliable. I like that. Okay, that's fine. There you go. And Yin added stuff to his card. And UI. We're not going to really go into the UI. There's all of this stuff, and you know what? That's fine. So, oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of all of these changes? Absolutely insane. There's way too much theory crafting to do. Maybe that's an entire video by itself. The new meta, the new heroes, the new, like, what everything's going to look like. I think that's a whole other video in itself, because that's way too much to talk about here. We talked about the abilities, these heroes already tons. So what I will say, guys, is that there is always a greater plan. There's always a greater vision, a greater painting that is there for Paragon, and we are only seeing a small part. And you know, Aurora is super overpowered because there's no CC. There's no answer for CC. You can't say that anymore, right? Like, there's always a bigger picture. There's always something. Like, if one hero seems to really be able to exploit a certain mechanic, exploit something, or be just very strong, well, that's probably because something else is coming out. So with all of these changes, remember, Epic has to balance this game so that the scale ceiling is way up there, so that the top of the top people can still, you know, have multiple avenues of approach, use certain heroes to you know, have this very diverse meta that filters through all skill levels. And it's really hard to do that. And especially in a beta with things changing, new heroes, new card system, new reworks, new whole entire overhauls of whole entire systems, that's hard. So stick with it, have faith, believe, and you will be rewarded. Guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. It's absolutely insane. Please let me know what you guys think, as I would love to hear from you. Please like the video if you like it, dislike it, dislike it, share it with the community. Of course, guys, subscribe. If you guys like this content, found it useful, especially, please subscribe so we can do it for you in the future. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.